No.
I can't handle.
And with that, welcome to Epic Winter Gaming,
yes,
our award section. That's an easy way to put it.
It's an award ceremony.
Yes.
So we're going to be presenting awards to games that not necessarily came out last year, but are games that we played last year. Yeah. I am Oigle, here as part of the presenting team.
And I am the other half, Imperial Sun.
Sweet. Alright, we have quite a few of them to go through, so let's get started. Alright, so our first award to give away is the 2018 game, so this did actually come out last year. That was the first ever game to make LP fan cry. Now, I have not played this game. I really want to play this game.
Yeah, me too.
And giving LP fan giving this game this award makes me want to play it even more. So, without further ado, the winning title is Spider-Man, the PS4 game. So, you know, it seems wrong that I haven't played this game. But
yeah,
here we are.
Like, I've seen it like multiple times now, and I'm just like, I really want to get this, not just because the like Pepakura group that I follow on Facebook and stuff, like they throw out these like vector images and all these things of these things constantly, of them working on them and stuff like that, and a lot of them came from this last game, and it just made that much more interesting. That.
So, like, what kind of Pepakura files are you talking about? Like the face shell, or is it like, I guess it's stuff I don't know about.
They're like doing full
kind of
like full suits and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
it's like the texture files, more or less. Okay.
And
cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. No, we need to get that. All right. So our next award is Most Worst Fishman, and this was an award given out by Kato. He's not here with us, unfortunately, but I will do my best to convey what his thoughts were when presenting this award. And so this award goes to Super Castlevania 4 on the Super Nintendo, and he played this for us like really early last year. Is like January, February, and yeah, those fish dudes were giving him some trouble.
Yeah, the water, the sewer water levels just
yeah, we were talking
ate up
about
Kato.
This award, and he was very just like tunnel vision for a couple minutes.
You could say he had the look of a dead fish.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, I have to say, I think Kato played some pretty patient taxing games of last year. So, I
think he did end up in actually beating Castlevania too, though. So
he did.
I think he did.
Yeah,
I think
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was not an easy road, but he eventually got to the end. All right. So then our next award is the game that is most likely, speaking of Kato and playing stuff that's taxing on your patience, game that's most likely to ruin its entire genre for a while. So, again, Kato played this game and could not touch any game of its same genre for, as is implied by the word here, for a while.
Yeah.
And tunnel vision once again. And that, of course, goes to Hollow Knight. And we're actually going to play a little bit of a clip. And thanks to Kato for sticking with it, going through all of the difficulties that come with playing games. So, especially games that are as difficult as that. So let me pull that up, and here we go. Bean footage, what are you doing? Oh, hey, I don't have it visible. There we go.
This is like truly
yes, this
good
is
moment.
Probably the most peaceful moment of the entire game.
What is this?
Oh, able God! To collect all of the grubs, and of course you get.
When the bear is at full health, they will fight. That's
the
sick.
Elegy here. Wholesome moment.
This is so great. Look at him. Look at him all. This is perfect.
Fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Even though like it kind of burnt out Kato for a while in those games, he did make leaps and bounds in the amount of skill that he picked up in from the beginning. Like he kept beating himself up constantly. Just he's like,
yes. But no, I agree with you. He was way too hard on himself.
Looking back at the older footage and stuff, and where like he started just learning the mechanics, and then by the time he was getting to like late game, he was pulling off the jumps and the counters and everything he was supposed to be doing, and he's
it really tested him, but he gained skill from it. So, anyways, totally ruined the platforming sort of games.
Yeah, he didn't touch anything for a couple.
He still
couple
has
weeks.
Like sort of a.
I don't think he'll pick up Hollow Knight right now.
Oh, definitely not. That I can guarantee you. There's no doubt about that. But I feel like there are a couple of games he was very interested in playing that he was like, not yet. It's too soon. I'm still feeling Hollow Knight. All right. So our next award is the game that is most likely to prey on Mad Hatter's indecisiveness. And I have to say, I completely understand where she's coming from with this, because the award goes to Telltale's Game of Thrones. Now, Telltale, they actually just got picked up by Skybound, so The Walking Dead is going to be continued. But their games are definitely not easy to know what's going to happen in the future based on your decisions. Like, you're like, oh, okay, this is a safe move, or I'm sure this won't, bite me in the ass later. And then, something that you've done in episode 1 is literally biting you in the ass in episode 4, or the final episode even.
I just think back to when you and I were playing Wolf Among Us, and the same line that even tripped up one of the voice actors in it. Mm-hmm. Where you're simply talking to a guy, you're getting information from the bar, and it says glass him because you guys just had a little heart-to-heart,
Yes, you're sitting there talking to, I believe it is the...
Shark dude thing?
Huh?
The shark guy? Turns into a shark or something?
No, not him. I think you're talking to the woodcutter.
It's who's ever,
the huntsman, whatever his name is.
But, regardless, what happens is it says, glass him. You're holding booze, and he's also holding booze. So it's like, I guess that means cheers, because the other option is, something very opposite of, what you're wanting.
Very obviously, I'm going to be upset with this character. And so, yes, you're one of two options. One is being aggressive, and the other is glass him, which is, in brackets implying that it's an action. And so... my first time playing it, and everyone that I know, their first time playing it, they're like, "Oh, glass him, all right. We're gonna clink glasses, and we're gonna be like, all right, we're buddies." No, that's not what it means.
They're using the 1950s turn to glass him.
Yeah, you go get over there, and you're going to glass him. Well, pow! And you hit him in the face with your glass. Shot. Yeah. So I did actually get the wonderful opportunity to meet Melissa Hutchinson, who does Clem's voice in the Walking Dead game by Telltale, but she also does voice in The Wolf Among Us, which we're talking about here, and she's Toad Jr. And she was talking about how she actually has played a bunch of Telltale's games. She's not much of a gamer, but, Telltale games are easy on the hands. And, she also thought Glassum was going to be a cheerful event, and it was not. So that made me certainly feel better about it, that even someone involved in making the game did the same thing I did. All right. Next up, we have Best DLC. And again, this is a game I did not play, but I think you got to see the footage of it. That goes to Final Station. Do you have any words for us on that one?
Oh, it's great. If you have the opportunity to play this, play it. And the DLC is also totally worth it. It literally makes the story go full circle. So, I can't really say anything about what is in the DLC.
I was going to say,
it is worth...
got a little spoilery-ness to it.
It is worth playing it through and through.
Okay. Sounds good.
It's just a good game. Go play.
All right. Next up is Sexiest Birds. Now, it may not have been so obvious what this was going to be until we played another installment of it this weekend, but... yeah, there's no denying it. This is going to Hotful Boyfriend here. And we actually do have a bit of a clip for you all that I will be playing of the first game. So that's something that you missed out on if you've only seen Hotful Boyfriend Holiday Stars. They don't actually introduce the characters to you the way that they do in the original Hotful Boyfriend. But luckily, we have a little bit of a clip here where you can see what that's like. And of course... Well, there's a reason this game is getting sexy as birds. Here you
And
go.
I never even heard him come in the door. Ninja Doctor!
So whenever you meet the characters, it has the little anime portrait of the birds as well. It's all glamorous and colorful and pastel and rich. So that pretty much is self-explanatory.
I'm just gonna apologize for my terrible joke at a pigeon and also who sound, because that was supposed to be a. It was lost in translation, pigeon to be exact, but it was a terrible joke, and I feel bad.
I think I missed something because I like to absorb in making sure I didn't like do something horribly wrong over here. Like,
Potentially, as soon as you said sexiest birds, I went like, but like tried to do like a who.
I didn't hear that. You could have spared me.
see, I had
You
to
almost did.
I had to drive that in.
All right. Best Night with Friends. I have to agree with this. This was submitted by LP Fan. And it is, of course, Jackbox Games, which we will be playing later tonight.
Yeah.
So our timeline's gotten a little wonky because I had to wrestle with OBS. You know how it is if you've ever streamed. But here we are. We made it. We successfully returned to the internet. And yeah, Jackbox will be later. Moving on. Cutest game. I did get to see some of this footage. It was like early last year also that they played this. Matt and Kagmeister Keith played this.
I have no idea what this is, so I'm excited.
Oh, well, it is Loco Roco.
Okay.
It's super cute. The art style, as you see here on the logo, is exactly what it looks like in game. It's very Thomas Was Alone style kind of game. It's almost like World of Goo, but like maybe a little bit less.
Didn't this like originally come out on like the PSP?
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah. So that sort of style added into here.
Okay.
Make sure I can see what's going on this. Perfect. Maybe one day I'll actually be completely set up before a stream. It's not gonna. Alright, moving on. Best voice acting with quotes around it. So this was submitted by Matt also. I did not get to see much of this game, but I have to say
I did.
I think I agree with this award from what little bit I saw. That's going to Mighty Number 9. Woo!
Yeah, there's one voice line in particular that's just great googly moogly.
Is that verbatim what the line is? Oh goodness.
It comes from the professor. It's like not even like Dr. Light, just some weird
I suppose
hamburger looking guy.
It really depends more on the delivery.
It's not. No, it's bad.
It's a bad time.
All voice acting in that game is terrible.
All right. So our next award goes to most spam of buttons, and I think you know a little bit about this.
I know nothing about this. Not at all. Nope.
You and your button mashing games.
I had to abuse the system. It's fine. Review it. Reveal. It's fine. I'm proud of my cheese.
Yes, we actually do have footage of this game, but we'll go ahead and tell you what it is first. This is going to Chaos Legion, which is a PlayStation 2 game that we were able to stream early last year. And we'll just kind of let the footage speak for itself for you all.
It's fine. Had to reposition my hand to get a better grip on the controller to spam. It's fine. I wanted to do the math here and see what my beats per minute are.
Well, we can also figure out how many
Actually,
per minute we can do.
I actually just mentioned this on the video as well. Slow down a little bit. I'm getting a little tired.
Damn it, that's what was coming.
And then they all died.
The sheer
It's fine.
volume of button pressing.
I started at 250 on that clip, and it went all the way up to 500, so...
Work was done.
Yeah.
And so yes, that is why this game gets most spam of buttons.
I also cheesed the final boss using that same method, essentially, because I just couldn't do any damage. So I just chipped away the entire time.
I wonder if there's footage of that. I know I have the missiles one. We'll have to take a look.
Same fight.
It is the same fight. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Sexiest narrator. And no, it's not Kato. It is a game Kato played though.
I don't even know.
It's Bastion.
I didn't actually see any of that, but I do know about the voice acting.
Okay, I was
How
gonna
it's
say,
great.
did you hear? Because I don't have a clip of the narrator for this. Unfortunately, I know I've done you all a disservice, but yeah, if you don't know Bastion, you really ought to check it out. The soundtrack is amazing.
Oh yeah.
It is amazing. I had been listening to the soundtrack long before I ever even attempted playing the game. I haven't played much of it, but I know that soundtrack in and out because of how good it is. I couldn't help myself. So yes, the narration is like
I think
levels of good.
I think the close second is with the Killing Floor 2 update for Christmas.
Santa.
Santa.
Again, that's very Gary Busey.
Yeah.
Rolling in its lot number 2, he gets the silver medal. Where Bastion retains the gold after all these years. Yes, I dig that. Alright, next up we have Game of the Year on LP Fans 2009 Mac. Yes, you are hearing that correctly.
Someone still has a Mac that somehow is running from 2009.
And they're playing a game on it. Matt is determined. He is determined. And of course that goes to The Sims 2, baby! Yes, it's entirely because it is the only game that would run on Matt's Mac.
Yeah. So in
shouts
times
out to Sims 2 for being playable on something that isn't meant to run games usually.
do anything at this point. It's from 2009. Apple product. It's
really
gonna die.
Yeah. Nope, that's well deserved. Okay. This is the award for the game that is most likely to have its genre hijacked by its player base. I'm going to read that again. This is the game that's most likely to have its genre hacked by its player base. So it's something that was intended to be a game where you do this, and then it's just open enough where players can go, no, we're going to do this instead with the entire game. And of course, that is going to go to Elite Dangerous. Now, if you have not seen any of Commander Video's streams of Elite Dangerous, he's actually part of something wonderful referred to as the Elite Racers, and I actually have a link to their Reddit. I can actually copy this properly. Epic Win Gaming is going to post that. So the Elite Racers actually, instead of exploring and not even
I don't
exactly
even really know
sure
what you do in the game.
Oh, no, you actually are supposed to fight each other. Excuse me, there's fighter ships and you like, it's mostly a flight simulation with shooting. As far as I understand it.
Alright.
I've only ever seen what the racers have done with it. And
Yeah, I've only seen the stuff that Commander Video and his friends do, which made me more interested in the game than what the game was intended to be.
They've actually been noticed by Elite Dangerous, and people that review Elite Dangerous are like, the best thing to have ever happened to Elite Dangerous is the Elite Racers.
Yeah.
Because they sort of gave this very open, niche kind of, you have to really be into this game type sort of game of exploring, and they just took it and they did something so fantastic with it. So I actually do have a clip of Commander Video piloting around. So I say let's take a peek at that. He's quite good.
Okay.
Crap.
All right. Who's on video?
Percat, I think.
Okay.
No, I'm on Coral.
Oh, never mind.
I got video then.
Cool. Who's on Austin?
I am.
Nice. All right.
Shit.
And this is during one of the last
Oh, God.
Whoa!
big events
I did
we
it!
had.
Yes, so this was an official race.
It looks like the python and
Gosh,
anacondas and stuff. It looks like they're watching the race.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sliding on in
So
there.
sick.
They're like the
I was
trucks.
just like, what the fuck is going on?
So yes, the players are referring to some other ships that are NPCs that are just kind of hanging out in the distance while they're racing around the
space
station, just like what?
Jim, do you see what they're doing over there, Jim? Yeah.
Should we stop them? Should we join them?
Do we loot them?
Do we
Like
loot
they
them?
seem like they're
Yeah.
easy pickings,
Hmm.
but they might have some pretty fancy moves. Let's just Jim just
Yeah,
hang
no,
out
I
for a
wouldn't
minute.
wanna, after seeing him do that spin in
barrel roll
between-
through
yeah,
two
no, that
tiny
really- that
like
was-
antennas.
That was some amazing coordination there. Shouts out to the video. Alright, let me bring the music back. Yeah. Alright. On to the next one. We have most disappointing disappointment, also referred to as 2018's most cringy moment in gaming. I know what you're thinking.
I have a
It's not
number
that.
of things going through my head, so I'm kind of waiting for this reveal.
This, of course, goes to Blizzard for BlizzCon for reminding us that we all have phones, but also implying that we should be playing games on them.
Yeah, ever since Activision even walked towards Blizzard, it's been bad.
Yeah.
Bad times, man. Calling Ash my old boy Blue. You going down?
There's not even much that can be said about this.
Just sad.
It really is disappointing. Honest, and the cringy, and just face palm.
Yeah, it's better just to forget that ever happened.
Yep, let's move on. ooh, right into another painful memory. So the most lacking game of 2018, this was one from me.
Yeah.
My unfortunate personal experience. This award was very easy to give out, and it certainly goes to Call of Cthulhu of 2018. This game does not deserve any of the praise it has received.
It is. No, it does not. It is.
It definitely feels like they noticed that there was a really creative Call of Cthulhu game coming out this year. I think it's either 2019 or 2020.
I think it's 19. I think it's
I think
coming out
it's
this year.
2019. And they were noticing how popular just the interest in the game was getting. Now, this is all speculation. I have absolutely no facts. But this is what the game felt like as I was playing it. It felt like they noticed that Call of Cthulhu was going to be very popular and that they could pump out a game much faster than the other development team. And so they did, and they based it off of... Now, this part is true. They based it off of the RPG, Call of Cthulhu. Tabletop RPG.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you have your sanity, you have your insight, you have your knowledge of the lore.
Yeah.
I don't know why that was so difficult. And of the occult, and of, you know, all sorts of things, you know, detective skills. And in the tabletop game, it sort of matters. It certainly matters. One point is the difference between being able to do something and
dying
having
horribly.
absolutely no idea what's going on. Now, it is balanced, right? But you're certainly limiting yourself in certain instances. Like, you miss out on entire areas of the game by not having skills in a certain area. This game felt like I could have put those points anywhere, and it would not have mattered. In addition, I would say there was about 15 minutes of fun that I had in this game. It added to 30 seconds of thinking that it was funny that I could drink endlessly with the bartender. So, yeah, this is definitely the most lacking game of 2018. It's got really great reviews. I have to disagree with them.
I watched you play the entire thing. Like, this game,
The ending was extremely anticlimactic.
it didn't matter what thing
The
you actually did.
multiple endings were very, very subtle in difference to the point where
It almost didn't matter.
I mean, disappointing doesn't begin to explain.
No.
So, without giving this game any more time than it doesn't deserve. Call of
Savage.
Cthulhu 2018, you made me sad. I'm going on. Hello, Dr. Beast. Thank you for joining us here.
Hey, Dr. Beast.
We are having a blast giving these awards away. Oh, all right. Most rage quit inducer for Mad Hatter. I believe we have a clip for this one as well. So this was actually the game that brought Maddie to us, that brought Maddie to Epic Win Gaming. It is Rayman Legends, and so I can't be mad at Rayman Legends for the fact that it brought Maddie to our staff. But I can certainly understand if she never wants to see it again. Let's actually go ahead and roll the clip from that. it sort of speaks for itself in the difficulty that they were facing. It's a harder game than I realized it was going to be. So here we go.
You're good, you're good.
Oh my god.
Yes, yes, yes. Grab him. Grab him!
Oh.
It's okay. Yes!
I don't know what's coming down below me.
Oh, I don't know either. Wow. Whatever that is.
Oh my god!
More shit.
Wow, I cannot believe we just yelled. I'm so weary.
I've got burping for you, so just keep going.
I'm so weary of this that I don't even, like, can't even celebrate.
Oh, poor Maddie. Oh. Yes. So, Mega Man Legends is certainly rage quit inducing. And
I pretty much raged off the very first ever Rayman to the point where I would not
oh,
play
you
it.
have experience with that? Tell us about that.
I
don't
was
have
like, you know,
experience.
all of like 5 and 6, but I would play any of the other games. Games that had much higher like skill thresholds, be fine. Whatever reason, Rayman and its platforming and the way that the game was made, like it was pretty. I'll look at it now. I'm like, that was actually done really well. But no, the amount of just times I died and the unhappiness with your stupid wind-up punch. And then it goes, hey, and then it's like that far away from the enemy that you need to kill before you land on a thing, and then it doesn't hit them, and you fall, and because you hit them, and you die, and it happens over and over and over. I'm right there with
So you're in agreement with this. Maddie's specific, her actual words on this were that this is the game that made Mad Hatter put down the controller dozens of times, threaten to quit handful of times, and say, I hate this game multiple times. Sounds like Rayman Legends deserves this title. And hello and welcome, Dookie. Thank you for joining us. We're chugging right along. We have quite a few awards to give away still.
yeah, I think we're on that.
Oh my
Maybe
gosh,
like
and it's
halfway.
already almost 8. Here we go. We got too excited for this. It was just too much fun. We can't help ourselves over here. Ooh, all right. So this award goes to the game with the most dodged bullets.
Now I'm sweating bullets.
I can't
Sorry.
even give a quip because
I did for it. That was
it's
terrible.
self-explanatory. Here we are. Most dodged bullets. That goes, of course, to Enter the Gungeon. Of course. Have you seen how many bullets there are in this game? But we are going to follow that up, right?
Yeah.
So a couple of our awards here have a little bit of dichotomy to them. So this one is the most dodged bullets. We also have the award that we're giving away of the least dodged bullets. Do you see where we are going with this? It is, of course, for it also Enter the Gungeon.
I have experienced this and felt this multiple times playing this, and I know Kato has. You can dodge so many, but then you can't, and then it's just you start over, and you're sad.
Yeah, bullet hell at its finest. We do also have a little clip of some Enter the Gungeon that we're going to show you. Now, this doesn't quite show off all of the bullet dodging and not so dodging as our other awards would imply, but I happen to love this clip because Imperial has the best luck at getting glitches in games, and this is just another one of those. So let's go ahead and throw that up. I could have phrased that better. Let's not puke, but instead watch a video. All right, here we go.
Nice and cheesy. What? What is that nonsense? No! None of this. Stop shooting backwards! Now, I have people who have played this game avidly, and they have not seen any type of, you know, like, actual glitches from that game. And when upon showing that to them, they basically found it hysterical in a sense, because that game is polished very well.
Yes.
And for something like that to actually
It's like-
occur was...
You do stuff to games, man. I don't know. what
I
it
just
is.
make games get weird.
Yeah, in fact, we've been working hard on an intro video to begin our streams here at Epic, and that is almost ready. It ought to be out this week, be used for one of our streams this week, and in our intro video is many other examples of Imperial Sun here getting glitches in games where otherwise you would not have expected it. If it's a Bethesda game, it's like, all right, there's gonna be some weird
Yeah.
stuff. There's gonna be some glitches, but enter the gungeon, really, man? Really? Why you gotta do that to them? Why you gotta do that to dodge roll? I don't know. And Dookie, I completely agree. You were saying that some of your favorite streams were Kagmeister, LP Fan, and Mad Hatter playing Rayman. I totally agree. I was saying that, you know, it may have been so rage-inducing for Mad Hatter, but I'm glad that she stuck through it because it brought her to Epic One Gaming. You know, that was her first stream, and it really put her on the staff. Like, really, that was the game that brought her in and had her join us. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful, even though it may not have been the most pleasant experience, that it happened.
It induces Stockholm syndrome. It's fine.
Game see Imperial's sexy body and get nervous around him. I mean,
Well,
sweat doesn't do very well in the programming world. I can't imagine. Oh dear. All right. Best poem you didn't know you were reading. This was an award handed out from VB Kato, and I didn't get to see much of this gameplay, but I totally agree with him. It's something it's just subtle enough, but when you notice it, you notice it. So in Child of Light, I believe all of the text not repeats, good lord, rhymes. All the text rhymes.
oh yeah.
So, especially certain characters are more bold about it than others, and it just sort of catches you off guard. So, there's a nice little surprise there, and they deserve an award. Our next one is the most difficult game to play. This is an award I handed out, and I fully stand beside it. This, of course, goes to Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth, because it is in fact unplayable unless you do a whole bunch of modding. And I don't mean unplayable, oh, that's an unplayable game, it's not realistic enough. No. Literally, the game will not launch. And if you get it to launch, you will not get past a certain point unless you heavily mod it.
Yeah, I've seen this. There's basically a hatch you go through, and then that hatch opens the crash window.
I can't tell you how many times I got to that point trying, because I really wanted to play this on stream. Because, referring to the earlier award of most disappointing game of 2018 is the Call of Cthulhu game. Not based on this at all. But, you know, obviously I was very excited about it because I like Call of Cthulhu games. And the fact that I couldn't play this one because it is the most difficult game to play of 2018 really made me salty.
Well,
Dookie,
thank
you
you,
for the
Dookie.
host. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I wish I could have played this game on stream. Maybe I'll get to. I just have a little bit more work to do. Okay, Gavrok, thank you for bringing that up and welcome.
Oh, hey.
You should try the tabletop RPG if you haven't already. So we actually gave away the award for, how did I refer? What is I?
The most disappointing. No, that's the wrong thing.
Was it lackluster game?
Lacking.
Most lacking game of 2018. I gave that to the Call of Cthulhu game that came out of 2018. It was like, I think it came out in October, and I was super hyped to play it because it was based on that tabletop RPG. Very, very loosely based. In fact, it mostly looked like they went through and found a couple of charts in the handbook and were like, okay, the game's based on this now, we swear. But it was really just like, it was bad.
Yeah,
It has great reviews, but I so do not agree.
but the
So,
tabletop, yeah, I've heard a lot of good
It's
stuff about it.
fantastic. I've had a lot of fun with that tabletop. You agree? Oh, that's wonderful
That is-
to hear.
that's
You're the only
vindicating.
human on earth that I've spoken to that has played it and agreed with me. I haven't actually talked to anybody else that has played it. Other people that like watched me stream it, and they're kind of like, yeah, no, that was like the most anticlimactic thing. I would say the game had about 15 minutes of fun, and the rest of it was completely a waste of my time.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it at all. So yes, that's why I got my most lacking game award. And then this got most difficult game to play because it cannot be launched without being heavily modded, even on Steam. So, and that is Cthulhu of last year. Oh goodness. Most effective hiding spot. This is another one that I handed out. And this, of course, goes to Clock Tower 3, but more specifically, it goes to a fish tank in Clock Tower 3, and I do have some lovely footage for you all of this fish tank being a very effective hiding spot from the villain called Chopper. So let's go right on into into that lovely footage that I have for you all. I will apologize. It is a PlayStation 2 game that I was actually playing on the PlayStation 2. It's not emulated or anything, so it's very dark. I did go through and replay Clock Tower with better settings, but I don't have that footage. But this is what I do have for you. Enjoy. This is the fish tank being the most effective hiding spot. Yeah, I'm trying to use a mobile device.
Oh, nice trick.
Yeah, we're gonna go hide from you, dude. Oh, that's not good. You should take your time entering this room.
Oh, nice trick.
Yeah, this is my favorite hiding spot.
Oh, nice trick.
Whew. As I stated in game, I'm very glad that he is not a fish enthusiast. Otherwise, he might have noticed that there was just me behind the fish. Not even behind, just next to it.
Yeah, you're not really hidden. There's just there's a little cove there, and you're just.
Yeah, he's not the best at vision. And in the same vein, we have an award for the most effective disguise. Now, this is similar in the fact that the last one is technically going to the fish tank of Clock Tower 3. But within We Happy Few, we have got to give this award to the newspaper and We Happy Few. I'm not going to explain. I'm going to let the game do the explaining for you. Here it is. This is why the newspaper is the most effective disguise of 2018 for us.
Oh god, no I didn't. The game sure didn't. Oh, you're a doctor. Goodbye.
I could have sworn Clive's flat was right around here. I know it was you.
You are not authorized.
Oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? This is all wrong. This is all wrong.
This Commander video playing this, by the way.
Oh, I see
You
you.
might have had a little bit of modification to make him run extra fast.
Yes, I've evaded them all with my expert skills. Look at this, master of disguise, Arthur.
Oh goodness.
It's
love that.
pretty great.
Yes, and that's all. No, that's not anything, you know, affecting the game. That's really just how it is. The only thing that was modified there was that he had added speed to help him kind of go through the game a little bit faster. But apparently, it alarmed a lot of characters
That
didn't care as soon as he sat down and pulled out a newspaper. All right, moving right along. Ooh, I love this. The best MMO experience from a single-player game. That's right. I will read that again for you. This game is the best massive multiplayer online experience that you can get from a single-player game. And that, of course, is given to .hack. The series in general, but we did play Imperial Sun here, played GU Last Recode for us last year. That was pretty hilarious.
it's a good time.
It was a good time.
Till the hard drive died. Then it was just a sad time.
Yeah.
But
We did suffer the loss of a hard drive. Rip.
so
Rest in
that solo
peace.
world went very, very solo because I haven't picked it up since then.
Dun dun dun.
Also, the desktop audio sound.
Oh,
Music.
thank you. All right. Father of the Year. All right, so this doesn't sound like a game award, but it totally is because this is going to God of War. But again, not specifically God of War the game. We are giving this, of course, to Kratos. That was Matt giving out this award. He and Kagmeister played this, so I think they beat it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
believe
they
so.
actually did beat that on stream. Keith is wonderful about actually being able to complete games on stream like that. That I have respect for that. That's not always possible.
I think he has like the highest finish rate so far. I think I have
Oh,
one for the
undoubtedly.
year.
Undoubtedly.
He's got like 10.
So, yes. Kratos gets Father of the Year. Here from Epic One Gaming. We do need a dad joke. Do you have a dad joke?
Why was a 7? I was 6 afraid of 7. I'm not a dad. I don't know how this goes.
Why was 6 afraid of 7, Imperial Son?
Because 7, 8, 9.
Oh, okay. Well, I am.
But the true thing to be afraid of is 34.
Okay, why?
Because there's rules involved. That's the only thing why. There's no dad joke. This is advice.
You're just going onto the rules of the internet, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm
You
gonna just
run.
speed away from that with a jetpack. Ooh, okay. So this award is
Thank you. I will take that in hand.
awkward award goes to this one over here. I mean, to be fair, we both put him on the spot. You were like, dad joke, and I was like, yes, Imperial Son, give us a dad joke, instead of being like, Yeah, no.
Played me dirty.
At least you
Like my
said
ex-wife.
something. At least you gave a joke, right? You could have just punched me. Okay. So, the game that Santa is most likely to give you for being naughty and sneaking a peek at your presents.
Well.
I just want this to be absorbable. Santa will give you this game if you've been bad. Essentially is what we're saying. This is the game Santa will give you if you're bad. And of course, this is Buster's Quest on the NES.
Or if he just purely hates you and wishes you to die a lonely, suffering time.
Now, I will say this is a little bit of a reference to a short video that Mad Hatter produced, and we've got that right here, ready to roll. So let's go ahead and watch that. It is like 2 minutes long or something. Let's see that Buster's Quest reveal. Here we go. So this was our sort of Christmas video.
I love how concerned Riley looks the entire time.
Oh, Santa!
Santa! What did you get?
I don't know. Whoa! Ah. What'd you get? I got shit! And more shit. It's even got Cheeto dust on it. What did you get, Matt? Ew! It's okay.
Yes! What are you doing?
My favorite part.
Fucking dog shit.
Yeah, so Buster's Quest is certainly a game Santa will give you if you have gone in and looked at your presents like a bad little kid. Oh,
I have played that game. It is.
Buster's Quest.
It is.
It's unplayable in a different way than than Dark Corners of the
I
Earth.
wish it would just crash, but it
Yeah,
it
no.
won't.
yeah, I guess that's really the worst thing about Fester's Quest is that it actually turns on and successfully boots and that you can actually attempt to play it. Oh no. So this next award is the most unexpected game to get your streams video on demand muted. So if you're unaware, if you've got copyright music, you know, when it's on stream, that's fine. You know, you're not really going to see an issue. I mean, it's not fine, but no one's going to do anything about it at that moment. But as soon as it saves to Twitch, a bot will notice that you've played some copyright music, and it's like, and it generally meets the section of the audio within your video on demand. That's what VOD stands for. That contains the copyrighted music. And well, here at Epic Win Gaming, we do audio tests generally before our streams on a dummy Twitch account. And when we did this, for this particular game, so we were in the menu, and then we went into the game, you know, to make sure that the in-game audio wasn't going to be too loud or too quiet for our streamer in comparison to their audio levels, their microphone levels. The entire video got muted, despite there only being a bit of copyright music, which we were not aware of at all because it's some random song specifically made for the game.
Yeah.
And it's an older game, right? So I think, what is it?
It's like
Braid has music in it. There's like one song that's copyright, but it's like it's an artist that did it, that made it for themselves, and then Braid used it, I believe. But in this game, the music was made specifically for the game. There's usually not a problem with that. And like I said, it's an older game. This is a PlayStation 2 game. This, of course, goes to Red Dead Revolver. So the entire video got muted because of about 30 seconds of the menu screen. So this is why it earns the award Most Unexpected Game to Get Your Streams VODs Muted. Now, Dookie, you are totally on the right line of thinking here because, like I said, some of our awards are a little dichotomous. We also have the most expected game to get your streams VODs muted, and you're right on the money. It's Rock Band. There was not a single Rock Band stream that didn't have holes in it.
Oh yeah.
Just like somebody was playing Red Dead Revolver, and my Rock Band VOD was the target because it is certainly Swiss cheese at this point. Oh, yeah, for obvious reasons. It's nothing but copyrighted music.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is going off of expectations and things that you don't expect. The most unexpected field trip. So, you know, going into this game, it's sort of a puzzle-solving game. It's very lighthearted. The graphics are simple. It's very sort of flowy feeling.
Catherine.
No, get out of here. Get out of here. You knew what you were getting yourself into as soon as the game started. But
it's a puzzle game,
as
so.
for this game, you have no, like, there's no indication that it's about to punch you in the gut. That it's about to just take your heart and slowly crush it. By slowly, I mean like in a time of like 30 seconds, not like hours. So this is going to the game Rhyme that Kagmeister played for us here at Epic, and I do have a bit of a clip so that you can get an idea of the aesthetic of the game and how you would probably not expect it to just punch you in the feels. So here it is.
Hello everyone, this is my golden ball, stay the hell away from it. Goodbye.
Just murders a whole flock of people.
A flock. Is that a little word, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. This did
oh,
also
come
create some
on.
rage for
Dude.
Yeah, he had some pretty angry moments with that game. Understandable though. It did glitch on him once or twice maybe, but whew. Yes, Red Dead, I was very surprised that was going to be the one that they got us muted. So.
Yeah, I think it's still funny though.
I'm glad that we noticed at least, because then we could just start the streams in game, because anytime that it was started at the menu, the whole thing got muted. That's really the thing that like blows me away, is that the entire video got muted. Not even Rock Band has that happen. Just the songs that are
whoever owns the track, like title track on it, they're like, no, we're not dealing with that. Mute it, kill it all.
Nuke it.
They got the dirty lawyers. They'll come after all the money.
Oh.
Bless you. Bless you. There should at least be. Okay, never mind.
Wow, I only did 2 of them.
Yeah, I was expecting at least 2 more.
Me too. So I'm like, they're coming. They're gonna hit me when I least expect it. So on the flip side, you know, we actually sort of expected this game that's getting this award, the most beautiful game, which Matt Hatter actually gave this award out. This was a game I played, and I completely agree with the award. Yeah. I expected this one to just like crush me the entire game, and it didn't. It was actually very wholesome. It was a treat to watch. Very flowy, free flowy, just kind of in the same vein that Rhyme was, but in a different way. And yeah, it was gorgeous. I don't have footage of it here, but I do plan on putting up maybe a montage to not give away all of the puzzles, but maybe it could be helpful if I do put up the whole thing if someone's having trouble at a spot. This of course goes to the ever gorgeous game. I believe it's pronounced Gris?
I think so.
Yeah, assuming that it's for the French word for
gray.
For gray, it's, I guess it'd be more like gris.
I don't know. We need a resident multilingual.
It certainly isn't gris, because that is apparently the Swedish word for pig, according to my dear friend.
It makes it almost all that more fun.
But yes, I highly recommend this game. It came out in December.
It is on sale on Humble Bundle for like 10% still.
Now?
Yeah.
Well,
so
I mean,
you get it a couple bucks cheaper than you can on Steam.
How about that?
It's definitely worth the playthrough. If you want to talk about the game a little bit, it's pretty great.
It took maybe 4 hours to beat, but I also didn't do everything. So this was at the end of a stream event, right? So I had taken over. This was like a 20-hour stream or something. It was going to be a 12-hour stream, but we ended up streaming longer than that because we're insane. So I was taking over at like 2 a.m. So I'm starting this game at 2 a.m. It's a puzzle game. I'm like, okay, we got this. We're gonna do this. So of course I did not get everything in the game done, but what I did do, it took about 4 hours. It was approximately the bare minimum. You know, I had a fun time while I was playing it still. But yes, so the game, if you look up reviews for it, it's nothing but overwhelmingly positive reviews, and a lot of the comments on it are you just need to play it, and I completely agree. The only language seen in the game at all is written language, right? So it's just the text. The only text that appears is commands, like how to do the controls. Hold B, press A. And even that you'll see like maybe 4 times throughout the game. Otherwise, everything is gorgeously interpreted into the artwork and the physical expressions of the character and the environment even. So the story really is told through the visuals.
Yeah.
And
that and the music.
Yes, the music is very compelling as well. Highly recommended. It was a blast. The puzzles were very fun, and the changes that go on as you go through the game and your character were, I mean, it was beautiful to look at, but it was also really fun to play. So highly recommend that game. Yeah, if it's still on sale on Humble, especially pick that up.
I think it's like $13 or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's like totally worth it. 6
hours at least of gameplay if you do everything, so it's not too bad, like price wise, and it truly is. It's worth the experience alone. So
yeah. All right. Most regretful story moment. Now, I get the feeling that you have to know this game to really know why this award is being given to it, because I have not played this game. Kato has played this game, and Kato is the one that gave this award out. Now, from his overall feeling of the game, I can definitely understand that he's giving it this award. But I cannot say why, because I do not know. But here it is. Stories Untold. So...
I remember looking at this game going like, oh, this looks really cool. Like, it's got really high textures, it looks good. It's like a, I guess, kind of like a point and click type of thing. It looked great. I have no idea what any of it actually is, so everyone here is lost. So if you guys ended up seeing his stream of this, and you're probably a little more in the know than we are.
Yeah, that's a good point. The people in chat are more likely to have seen it than we are.
I was traveling the States when he was doing this one,
yeah.
So I don't know anything about this one.
And I was being me. Doing the working too hard thing.
Say 10 feet in like graphics and
yeah,
media projects.
But it works out. Actually, I remember now, I actively avoided his stream because I was going to play it during Epic Ween, but I ended up deciding to play Call of Cthulhu 2018 instead.
That's right.
What a waste. I'm gonna be salty about this for the rest of my days. Oh, okay, we have, for our next award is the most RIP headphone users moment. This was submitted by Mad Hatter, and you will see why in just a second.
Brace
yourself, although I am going to be controlling the audio, so don't worry about yourself too much. I got you. And here it is. Oh, hey, we should probably say what game it is before I just go on.
Nonsense. Let him fix.
This is for Fallout 76. We had the most RIP headphone users moment.
Now I got to be there and listen to this happen, being unprepared completely.
It's pretty hilarious.
So unlike the rest of you, where you're getting the common courtesy of not
the warning,
having your
adjusting things,
like your ears explode into your eyes. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Cool. You want to sit in the chair with me and watch some TV?
Sure. Here, let me put my weapon away as well.
So this is Mad Hatter and LP playing.
So,
oh, except I'm sitting on this other side of the...
We can't fucking see. Hold on, let me sit right here.
Ah! Hold on, he's in the house!
In the house! Oh my god, he's hitting me! Oh! Oh, he has beer.
He just wanted to bring some beer and watch the game.
and we fucking slaughtered him. It's like, hey guys, I brought beer. Ah!
Yeah, exactly. And then I just sit straight up, or I stand straight up and like
just fucking
slaughter
hit
him
with a fucking machete.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that moment
so
was entertaining alone, just for like what kind of occurred, but then also both of them like just generally freaking out.
Yeah. That was too good. The timing was hilarious. And I love that it was from Matt's perspective. So you have no idea. You just hear everybody screaming. You're like, what? It was fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better clip. Oh. Alright, what else do we have for you guys? Ooh, okay. So this is the game that made Doobles ignore $70 worth of newly bought games that he bought. Obviously. Because I just said bought.
he stole them, it's fine.
This one's a bit lengthy, I get lost in it. In order to keep playing it. So he bought some games and was like, or I could play that one. And so the game that has made him do that is, of course, Rainbow Six Siege, which, I can completely understand. I don't have this game, but like, I've spent some time on Rainbow Six in my day, so I can relate.
I thought about getting this game multiple times,
I'd be very
but
happy to play Siege.
I don't want to commit.
If you get Siege, you gotta let me know.
It's got like this entire like thing. Even Doobles was talking about like we're initially gonna start it off where if you get the game like right in the beginning, and you kind of keep playing and you can unlock the characters and the stuff that are part of like the season stuff. Basically now, if you start now, you're so far behind. You're to get the like 4 seasons worth of stuff, or 6 seasons, like $30 per season. So you're basically buying the game and then you're buying all the expansions essentially for it instead of being able to earn them. You can still earn them, but you can't spend the time it's almost impossible because at the point when increments came out, you're supposed to be pretty much be high end on the game,
Gotcha.
get the currency, and then you can buy the characters when they come out.
Or you can just spend the rest of your life doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just, spend the $800 and take you to be done with it.
Yeah. These are both great options.
Yeah. Disposable income. And I also totally agree with you, Doogie. Like, he came in there, he had, actually there was a hot dog outside on the grill. He was probably manning the grill, came inside to get a beer, and
no.
they just murked him. They stole his house, essentially.
Make sure people know that you're coming over, otherwise they'll scream and stab you because it's the apocalypse, and what if you're not a friend?
It could have been a rat roach in a ghoul's body, who knows?
Oh my. Okay, game that most makes you question the setting.
Like, the options type of setting, or like...
No. The environment of which the game is taking place, Imperial Sun.
Oh.
Ooh. And of course this goes to Night in the Woods for a question that Matt brings up on stream that we have here for you as a clip. So here's that. He brings up a very good point.
It's actually really... Oh, go ahead. Okay. I was essentially commenting on the exact same thing you were saying, but I was just like, I'll let the video speak for it.
I need to turn this down a little bit.
I stopped in mid-sentence again because I thought the video was coming up. So, in turn,
sorry, this is another one that's kind of loud, so I wanted to make sure I had the audio set before we go. All right, here we go.
What do you think the morality is of them owning like pets?
That's a great question actually, because I mean they have a bird at their house.
They do have a bird, and there's a bird right there.
Yeah.
So like,
that's a good question.
And what does that bird think when they go? Like when a bird goes over to their house and sees another bird in a cage, does he get pissed off?
You know what? Germ, her friend Germ, as a matter of fact, is a bird.
Yeah.
That's a great question. Again, this is like one of those pseudo sci-fi things where it's like, and then there's a raccoon, and there's Anthor Raccoon's her boyfriend. Yeah, that's a great question.
I love that so much.
Ethical morality and...
Right? The real hard questions here in Epic Gaming. Alright. Our next one is Best Superhero of 2018.
I'm actually surprised that like LP fan didn't fight tooth and nail for
Spider-Man?
Yeah, for Spider-Man.
Well, I think you'll understand why when you see what the winner is.
I am excited.
The winner of this goes, of course, to South Park, and the superhero is their character that is being the superhero during South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
I can't remember the actual name they had for him.
I don't remember.
It was fitting for wearing a bra on your head, but
I don't recall. We'll have to bother them and find out. So yes, Best Superhero 2018, South Park protagonist. Way to go, Mad Hatter and LP fan. You've done justice to the world. Alright, and this actually, I believe, takes us to the last award that we'll be giving out tonight. And this is another one that Mad Hatter submitted, but that I played, and I completely agree. The most fricked up moment. I'm just going to show you the clip.
Show the clip, don't even reveal the game. Just show the clip.
Just show the clip.
And then,
I mean, the game is not very well known.
I know. It's just you don't expect the name for what it is either.
Right. So I can reveal the name
without it. Okay. Reveal it.
Okay, so this is going to Detention. That's all I'm gonna say. Detention gets the award of most fricked up moment, and here is why. Here is why.
Hey, are these your teeth?
Oh my god, I was like, wait, is he gone? That's gonna freak me out.
Watch
Here,
his
this bowl,
eyes.
or maybe I'll... Oh, what? That's, are you seeing this? It's telling me to cut his throat, I think. This was an accident, and I want everyone to know that I did not choose this. do I have a bowl of... This is, Oh, this is weird. Oh. So, yes, in detention, that happens. And so that's a puzzle game. It's set in Taiwan during martial law.
Yeah, like in the 1950s or something like
and
that.
And it is a Taiwan-made game as well. And the point of doing that puzzle, that part of that puzzle, is because you go to a desk somewhere in the school, and there's stuff engraved into it, but you can't quite understand what it says, and so you need to essentially, take the negative of it, put some paper down and, rub a pencil across it as you would do normally as a normal person. But in this game, they have you cut this guy, take his blood in a bowl, which Imperial Sun pointed out that I didn't notice. His eyes open during that. That freaked me out. I went back and watched the footage. I was like,
yeah, it's like I thought when I first seen it, I thought I had seen it. It only happens for like a second. Yeah. And so I was reviewing the footage and stuff, and I was like, oh no, I was right. They totally did open. Yeah. I guess she was too
didn't see it
absorbed in like, am I collecting blood? What is happening? What am I doing?
Yeah, so you do all of that. You collect this blood, and it is purely to pour it on the desk and then lay your notebook on it so that you can see what it says. Of all things to use, right? This had to be the way that this needed to be solved. Fricked up moment. Yep, that's the most fricked up moment of 2018, I would say.
I'm glad both of you guys agree. The entire game though was really good.
Oh yeah, that was very bizarre, but otherwise, I mean, it was spooky. It certainly got me spooked, and I play lots of horror games, and I noticed, doing horror games on stream, I've noticed that playing with headphones on is very different than sitting in a room with speakers. Whew, it is very different. Even playing Clock Tower game, I know extremely well. I was like, I know this jump scare is coming, and it still got me. Like, ooh, the heebie-jeebies.
Speaking of that kind of thing, I'm gonna probably pick up Resident Evil 2, and you're gonna play that because
let's do it. Were you talking the other day about how you're not a fan of playing the horror games?
Yeah.
I got you. You join me with the commentary and tell me when the eyes open that I don't see because I'm too busy being freaked out.
That's fine. I'll make you more freaked out. It's fine.
All right. That pretty much does it here. I think that was our last one. Let me make sure. Yep, that's just taking us back.
That's solid, Doogie.
Yeah, if I never went to school in Taiwan. I have to agree with you there. I do. I have to agree with you. Yes, so that is our ceremony. So we were going to go ahead and do Jackbox at 8, but we have a little bit of some snow things to take care of.
My car is still currently buried under 16 inches of snow.
In how many inches it is currently. Last I saw it was like 15, and that was before it stopped snowing. I think it might still be snowing. I don't know. Kato just came inside. I don't really want to scream down the hallway at him because the mic will certainly pick that up. We forgot an award.
What?
Aw, you're welcome, Dookie. And I'm glad that that's the case, Dr. Bees. Best effing Twitch community. Oh, that's wholesome. Thank you, Dookie. Oh, we love you guys. Yay. Oh goodness. Yeah, we did give out like 35 awards though. I'm kind of like warm after doing all of that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to give out the awards and kind of like look through the past year of games that we've played and show off all these clips and that sort of thing. It was really a bit nostalgic. It doesn't feel like it's been a year. In some ways, looking at some of the earlier footage, it's like, oh man, it feels like it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
And then in other ways, like, this was yesterday. What? Are you kidding? Don't tell me that.
Especially as a whole, we've all generally gotten more efficient with setting up for streams and making sure everything's right and knowing what we need to have done already, like prior.
Yeah, certainly.
So it's good to see, like even this like the audio quality and stuff like that. We figured out how to tweak certain things and kind of get that much more, quality out of our same equipment.
Knowing the ins and outs of what possibilities there are for the tools at your disposal is certainly something you kind of just have to get as experience. The weird, complicated setup that we have doesn't come with a handbook because no one is dumb enough to do this except us.
Yeah, this room is a rectangle full of cables.
I love it. I love it in here. I have to admit, it's a jungle of like productivity and. Wow, so much for knowing how to handle the mic.
I can't stretch my legs out without kicking the mic, so that's what that expression was.
Dookie says he loves watching like his first streams, then his newer ones to see how far he's come. Yeah. Cable Mageddon. Yeah, no, that's definitely this room. No, cable management's not too bad in here, but
we just have a buttload of
happening.
Things in this room.
Yeah. Like, just looking at the technology we have right here, so monitor 1 and 2 to this computer, giant TV here that I currently have this display that I'm looking at duplicated on so that Imperial can see it from over there where he's on the couch. So
we're like, so she's like over here. Actually, let me do it that way. She's over here. I'm sitting on the couch over here. Yeah. And like the computer is like next to her. There's a TV in front of me. Other way. There we go.
Computer
and
monitors.
The wall by like her is just covered in consoles and games and
all the way down here.
Yeah.
That's like the wall of stuff, and then this is the wall of.
So the thing you guys can't see, like the stuff I'm facing, the TV. There's a PS4, a PS3, a PS2, another PS2. The Switch is over there.
Yeah, the capture card and
HDMI
HDMI splitter and HDMI.
A splitter to a duplicator to the.
Well, it's HDMI splitter and then HDMI audio splitter, and then we also have the Steam Link, which we go in through that, that's how we were doing Killing Floor.
Yeah.
Because the Steam Link is going to a computer that's on the other side of the house, so that we can be in the same room. Oh, it sounds like a video game turducken.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. That is the most perfect description I've heard of all of this mess.
PS2, another.
We do actually have like 3, 4.
We have 3.
2 flat ones. We have 4 total.
Okay. Yeah, there's another one over there.
One of them's not here, but we have 3.
No, there's
you have a slim, and then I have 2 slims, one that my parents have, and then we have the chubby one right here. I call them. You'll appreciate this, Dookie. I call the slim PlayStation 2s PS2 Chan, and then the fatter ones, the original ones, are PS2 Kun. We have a PS8. Yes,
we're in the future. We're already past the PS5. It's fine.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think it is time to maybe eat again because
eat more than just these pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls. Pizza rolls gets the award for most consumed product over the weekend. Also, I feel awful with the fact that pizza rolls is our general chat in our Discord. So every time I'm about to eat a pizza roll, I'm like, hello? Do you have any good memes for me? If not, I'm going to eat you. That's not to say that you have to bring us memes if you're going to be in pizza rolls, or that I'll eat.
She'll just eat you if you don't bring memes.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Oh, cannibalism. Yeah, I know. What can I say? They're delicious.
So this is taking a weird turn.
Yeah, I mean, it's Epic when gaming. We are a weird turn. As I bring the music back.
It's good jams.
It really is good jams. I'm so glad I found this track. You've never had a pizza roll?
Wait, who said this?
Get a few more and you have a P90X. Just a few more.
Well, that's a Kato hanging out on the floor with his phone going off. But he looks sorry, so it's fine.
He looks sorry, so it's fine. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and then I definitely think it's time for some eats. We'll let you know what the plan is for Jackbox. We got a little excited with Puppeteer and kind of played it right through.
What I was supposed to be playing everything else.
Cool Borders 3 and Salt Lake. So we might go ahead and play Salt Lake, but we'll see. We're gonna consume some things to make a more nutritionally supported decision.
Mainly alcohol.
Wow. On that note, thank you for joining us for Epic Winter Gaming and the award ceremony. It was fantastic to do, and thanks for all the submissions that we got.
And really, thank you guys for coming out and just listen to us ramble for a while. It was it's fun to kind of go through a lot of the stuff of the last year, and then share with some old and new guys. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Oigo. Thanks for joining.
I'm an Imperial Son.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Jamming out. Yes, I knew I'd get you to dance. Okay, bye.